of the program where we talk about our traditions and cultures, memories of our childhood, and bouts of laughter. This morning's topic, prof or apprentice. Hair drama. Back in the day, barbers did lousy cuts on men and boys' hair, and hairstylists applied hair cream to women's scalp or hot pressing comb. Ouch! We suffered so much for that perfect look. Joining me this morning are Jackie Brainbox Tyson, Maxie Max Sport Lions. Jennifer Douglas will be joining us, and Jackie's mom is back.
Aunt
Yes,
G,
yes,
Aunt G. When I can say
Aunt
Aunt
G.
G.
I love to say mom. I love to say mom. Aunt G. Welcome back, Aunt G. Welcome, ladies. How no do, how no do.
Doing good.
Morning. We good, we
We're
good.
good, we're good, we're good.
It's Saturday, I happen. I tell you. I said the ouch a while ago because that brought back
Memories.
painful memories. Memories courtesy of my neighbor Bibsy, who would press me here and every go down she go down is
She
a
burned her
mirror.
She burned her.
She burned
Burn
me.
her ears. Oh,
But
she burned her
anyway,
ears.
well, there's
Touch
ears,
up on her ears.
there's the ears, and then there's the scalp. You know, some
Calm,
people
yes.
the judgment was just off. When them think them not near, them very near
Mhm.
to the scalp. So we
And
want to
when you know that them coming,
you
you have to do your neck
You
back get
tense up,
burned.
you tense up, yeah.
you tense up, or we say cringe. We cringe up. So good morning, morning. So I'd like to
Yes.
give mom first preference to say hi once again. Come mom, you're part of the team, so you're not guest.
Well, I just want to say good morning to everyone. Sorry. It's good to be here again, even for a short time, but I'm happy to be here. And thanks for inviting me to join your team. I'm looking forward to hearing what the hair has to do with it this morning.
Right. All right. Thank you, mom.
And
Jack.
sharing her own stories.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Jackie.
Well, good morning again, everybody. Good to be here Saturday morning, another Saturday morning live, of course. And this morning would be a morning that we go wash we hair with the fab Maxine.
Yes.
Wash we hair with the fab. And use the what you call it, the toner to condition it, and then go down the road, go get it pressed.
Of course. Lord, Max, how are you doing?
Yes. Good morning. It's a wonderful opportunity to be here. Thanks again for this platform, Lady D. It's good to see you, ladies, one more time. My week was awesome.
Yes.
And of course, this never get to wash me if you get it pressed. So that's why I wear the wrap. Because I'm going to press the ear this morning. Because you have to wash the ear and then press it. And you can't press the ear.
No.
She have no hair, Dwayne. She have no hair.
Yes, I know here. But it's wonderful to be here one more time. Blessings and love to each and everyone.
Yes, so nice to have you. And Sharon's will be watching. It's just that she's not able to join us.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that Jen will come on and, do her usual thing.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you as always. Once you start popping into the chat, and here is Sharon's to, saying good morning, Medea. So she's in the chat.
Yeah,
Morning, Sharon.
Morning, Sharon.
And Sharon, you can also post your story. I'll read them. No worry. Because we know you have quite a bit to
I know,
share.
right?
Yes, we know you have quite a bit. So good morning, everyone. Ricky is on.
Ricky is on.
Ricky, me looking forward to some story with which barber we had again, Ricky. We can get into that. And Ricky, we grew up a penance together. So Ricky has been coming in and enjoying, and his contribution has been quite hilarious. So thank you, Ricky. So, Mom, share a little bit about hair drama now. Prof or apprentice? You had a professional or you had apprentice?
Apprentice. I think she was a professional. But then it turned out she was neither prof nor print. Because she was only somebody who was trying a thing.
Oh.
And you know, in those days when the first cream that came out was Jaffrey's.
I was
You remember
looking, I searched for that yesterday. I could not
couldn't
find it
find it?
You
online.
couldn't find
No,
Jaffrey's.
I found Revlon. I couldn't find Jeffries. For a good time, I'm there doing all kind of search optimization stuff going on, and it wouldn't come up.
No,
Jeffries wouldn't come up.
Jeffrey's gone out of business.
Jaffrey's, yes, I think so, because their cream was very harsh.
Yes,
It was very
ma'am.
harsh. And I remember I went to this lady to get my hair did.
I love
And
that.
I have thin hair, right? I have thin
Yes.
hair. Oh, by the way, when I came here 1 year ago, I had a ponytail. And then all of a sudden, this is what is left of my hair. All of my hair is gone
Oh.
because I went and used cream in there. It was one of those child's cream, because my hair is very thin. And it seems like I didn't wash it out properly.
Oh
And
no.
then
The
all my
action.
hair.
Yes, you
Yes.
needed to use the neutralizer. Because the
No, I had all
neutralizer.
those. I neutralized and I watched until everything was out, because I didn't have anybody to do it.
I don't think it's because you didn't wash it out properly. I just think your hair didn't react
Right,
that
to that
particular-
cream, yeah. So that happened this year, but I'm talking about the Jaffrey's now. Let me give you the Jaffrey's story. I was in the Bahamas and I needed my hair done. So somebody introduced me to this lady who is a professional. So I went in to do my hair. She didn't realize, I don't know if she didn't realize or she didn't know the texture of my hair, you know, but she could feel it. I said it was soft hair, and she dropped the cream in there. And then if you are doing that, then you have to rinse it out quickly.
Yes.
But she put it in there and then leave it in there. And believe me, people, all of a sudden my head was on fire. I said, lady, my head is on fire. My head is on fire. So she washed it out and put oil and whatever it was in there. And you see, when I went home, my whole head scalp sore. And for weeks, I couldn't wash my hair. I couldn't wash. I had to just merely keep on dressing the thing under the hair. So, you know, my hair got matted into this sore scalp. And so, man, it was drama until, you know, finally it was finished. And then when all of that now, it started to peel.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I remember that. It started to peel. So to prevent it now, I would have to take my time and hold up the hair like the little
yes.
and use the comb now and take time and dig off the thing until it finally came back. But my hair grew back. But that experience, I would never ask my enemy to enjoy that, because they wouldn't enjoy it. So I got a sore scalp from the Jaffrey's cream.
Yes. So, Jack, you have no story.
Why? For me here, you know, Lady D, me never have much hair. My hair did short.
Your hair was shorter than this.
My hair was short growing up. So you know what my grandmother used to do? She used to use the thread. She used to sew. So she used to use the thread. So I guess you can call my grandmother apprentice. Apprentice, because she because her expertise is in dressmaking and not hair doing.
That's right.
So what she then do is she will not like take a piece and she wrap the hair, wrap it around the root, and then she go to the next one and wrap, and she go to. So when she finished, it was a cobweb in my hair. It looked like a network, because you could see the thread going from this corner to that and go around, and then you have some little buds sticking up in the ear. So
you remember what the boys, excuse me, lady, the children now used to call her Ratiti.
Oh, Jesus, me not see that. You know, Tori come to home Kennedy because me let you know, they used to call me rat titty. Yes. Oh, what is Jesus here? Something so
They could stick up here and they say it look like rat titty.
So Jackie, because I was about to
I think she had to go to school with it, you know.
No, sir.
You can't hide from school.
No, sir. Oh, lady, you gonna hear these things, so we go through.
we start off early. Because Jackie, I was about to say to you that when we are grow up, and anybody here so short, then call you dry head, bumpy head.
Dry, yes.
Bumpy.
Coconut brush.
Coconut brush.
Coconut brush.
Look at coconut brush.
Excuse me.
Outada, me nice soft short here. See, all of them I try to get bumpy here now.
Right?
I see bumpy coming to style.
Bumpy coming to
So your grandmother was ahead of her time.
Yes.
Yeah. So
but over the years though. Oh, all right, go on to Max and then we'll the next story.
Yes. So Max, let's hear your story.
I kind of have my notes in topic because I make documentation here about haircuts.
Yes.
So I'll talk about that first. So haircut before I talk about my personal hair. So in my district where I grew up in St. Mary, of course, coffee piece, there were no barbers as a child. I never knew of a barber, period. Not on the main road now in the district. There were no professional barbers. Everybody was apprentice. So if you own a pair of scissors and a razor, you're a barber. But there were two people in my district that did barbering in terms of barber, because they weren't real barbers. There was two Indian men. There was Isaac, and then there was Mr. Thomas. They were the main people that people go to get their hair cut. And of course, there was no barber chair, there was no cover up, nothing. It was under apple tree, whatever tree that they had in their yard. They put a little stool or a bench, and the boys or men would sit on those stools to get their hair cut. And the only tools available back then to do a haircut was a pair of scissors and one of those razors. You know, those razors have to look like a knife, has a handle that look like a knife. Those were the only two tools and a comb. That's it. No fancy shave, no plugging, nothing, no fancy barbering tools. It was a scissors, razor, and comb. And of course, there was nothing to line up, no nothing. So when the hair done cut, then just cut off the hair, and if it's rough, or it lean, or one part high and one part low, the hair cut. It's done. That's it. And nobody got paid. These people did all of these haircuts for free.
For free. True.
For free. Nobody got paid. And you never make an appointment. You just go up and show up. More haircut, or Isaac more haircut. Isaac says sit down on the stool and whatever tree, and the hair got cut. So that was how it was in terms of barbering as a child growing up. So if I may continue,
you may.
Then the pressier. My mother did sport pressier. My mother was a pressier addict, if I may say it that way. I never ever saw my mother with natural hair until when she got much older. From a little baby until big woman, her hair was always pressed. She was into pressing. She never out of a pressing comb. She owned 2 and 3 pressing comb. No right. So she pressed her hair. I brought a picture of her here this month, a picture of my mother.
Okay, put it a little closer and up, close and up
to the camera.
No, go back to your center. All right. Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a permanent bald spot on the right front part of her hair, like right here. Permanent because of pressure. Burn out completely. And even with that trauma, she never stopped pressing her hair.
And it never grew back.
And it never grew back. It was a permanent. So every time she wore her hair, if you know that she has a part right there, she would have to part the hair and comb it over to hide that bald spot. Yes, because of pressing. But she wore, and I have a cousin Kingston too, still alive. She only wore press hair back then. I've never ever seen her with natural hair. So press hair was the thing back then. If you have a cold store when you don't cook it in, you have the cold left.
So so before I share a little bit, so let's acknowledge our our audience, because you know they come in now, and we ask you to share your stories, whether it's the barber, the hairstylist, somebody who did some cobbler work in your head. You can share it. We are open. We're open to receiving your stories. Okay. So of course Charlotte is on. She said morning, and Ricky is on. Ricky says rooms. Yes, Ricky, rooms in Chapelton. Rooms was the barber, indeed. And you remember I mentioned about Bibsy a while ago. Bibsy, I'm taking you back in time. Don't know if you remember, but I will come over to you, or you come over to me right there in Tollgate and press. One night Bibsy pressed me here. I'm gonna tell you, man. Again, every go down, Bibsy go down is a burn. It's a burn. All right. Ricky says, I remember going to the barber and explaining in detail what I wanted and how I wanted it. He would nod and ask questions to confirm what I was saying. So you know, he no have no clue about nothing. Not a thing. So he said he would then cut it anyway. He wanted, which invariably was nowhere near what I had described time and time again. But then Ricky's a handsome looking man. So from him a boy. So I guess no matter what cut he get, he could have sported well. So that's all right. He says, I was vexed, but the last person you want to tick off is a man with clippers in your hair.
For real. Who is the boy here?
So, Sharon say, hey Sharon say, Sharon say, a lady did wee up herself in the salon when the Jaffrey cream started burn her scalp.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So, let's see. Andrea says, morning, Andrea. My father never go any barber. He would never use his mirror. If he can't see through the woman, got blame. Oh, if he can't see through it, the woman got blame. Oh, dear. All right, Charlesy, talking about press ear. You ever get bun on your ear from the person who pressing your ear? Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. That's a signature.
Yeah. And Ryan is on. Morning, Ryan. No, you're not so late.
Morning, Ryan.
And Brenda is here. And I remind you that Inside the Zone is broadcast on Mondays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I invite you every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for this hilarious segment called Saturday Morning Runnings. I tell you, we are having such fun over here. And while you are on the broadcast, I thank those of you who have been subscribing, because the numbers are go up. So if you're here this morning and it's your first time, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It just take your fingertip to just tap the word subscribe, and then you'll see a bell. You tap the bell, it says all, and you tap all, which means each and every time I am broadcasting, I'll pop up in your device. Okay, as simple as that. So morning again, everybody. What Andrea said here, so no. He also make a big deal if we press our hair. We hid, but he smell it when him get home. You can't.
But I'll give you a story. About that. My grandmother, no, the hair begins to grow from the little pepper seed. Them, you know, that used to stick up. The hair start to grow. So the ratiti. So my grandmother now send me down to this lady. You remember Payoki wife? Miss Roslyn. Her name was Miss Roslyn. My grandmother sent me down to Miss Roslyn to borrow the pressing comb. All right. She started to press the hair, and it wasn't, she not do it too good. So she sent me back down to Miss Roslyn with the pressing comb and tell me Miss Roslyn to press the hair. All right. When Miss Roslyn pressed the hair stick up. I saw it stand up like it stand up because it's so small, a little bit of hair, and it stick out. So it stick out. So when I got back home, Grandpa wasn't there. He went to Brownstone to buy Bible and to sell his Bible and hymnals. So I never forget when he came on, he had a record changer. You know, like a record changer, like the box type, like a record changer. The people who he buy records from, they gave him a record called Not Giving Up. Because through him buy other records, and so they gave him this record, Not Giving Up, reggae music. No, Grandpa is a preacher, man. He not even know them music there. So he come home and I was playing it. And me and Tommy and Yuan, we were in the living room and we had danced. And we had danced and she could only feel Grandma come and grab me in my car here. So I draw me in the room. That time my head tie up, you know. She tie up the hair because she never want Grandpa to see that she pressed me here. So she grabbed me and draw me into the next room and she said, you did there jump up and down, you better not make that something jump off your head because if Tom ever see your head, if Tom ever see your head. I said, we did it, we had downtown, me never forget. I saw me shake up myself and I something nearly jump off of my head. She said she draw me in the room and she said, you better stop it, jumping up and down. You better not make Tom see your head.
Oh gosh, Becky,
because if Grandpa did ever see me here, press. See him like what Sister Charles, or
yes.
Like what Sister Charles say. Me don't get in trouble. They jump up and down to the sun.
So here is Sharon's now. I was forbidden to press my hair, but I would hide and get a press from one of my schoolmate mom. Anyway, if Granny see it, she throw a pan of water on my head to wash it off. So Ricky said, Lady D, I remember Bev and Maureen. Oh yes, we know Bev and Maureen would have their friends over on a Saturday evening. Your aunties may have come too. I don't remember. What I remember to this day is the smell of burning hair and grease. And of course, everybody, ears and neck back and forehead would have those tail cool teeth burns. Oh my gosh, I don't lie. No man, and you know when you get it in the forehead part, so it have it's a nice white patch you get.
Yes.
The skin was removed.
It's skin off. Gone off.
And you can't hide it. You can't hide it.
So Gritly, morning greats, Gritly said, me come from Westmoreland. My stepmother had a comb and it named the horse comb and my hair was so thick. And when she put it in my hair, me have to lean my neck. Oh my gosh. Because of course, because the comb now have to come through that here, and sometimes them.
And then you see all the smoke just come up. So
yes,
but the thing is,
grease burn.
Grease burning. Yes.
What I realized with press, because I could press hair good, which is why we did end up maybe think we did want to do hairdressing, cosmetology, and I did very well at it. You know, the course and everything. But what people don't realize is that I used to test it. So, you know, even though you heat the comb, you rub it off and stuff, you still have to test the hair because everybody's hair texture different. So as we would say, you know, just jam the comb down in the hair. You do a little test first, you pull it off. Because some people here literally start like burn.
Yes.
When you do it. So when you put it down, you test, and then you gradually start working the hair.
Yes.
But people those who never know that, all them know is that them have this hot pressing comb and them are going to press your hair. No testing, nothing. And people here actually come out in the comb. People here burn out. Come out in the comb, which I'm sure is what happened to Max's mom.
Yes, and it never grew back. Yeah,
and it never grew back.
Then kill the roots.
Right, the root gets stunted.
Yes.
But my mother just remind me, say, as she used to cut them boy here, my brother them here. Okay. And my mother is not a professional hairdresser. So,
of course,
apprentice.
yes.
That's why some of them used to look like Janko draw bricks. You know.
True.
Well,
I
had
always
my
did a
own.
good job.
No, you did a good job because
I always did a good job.
they
They
never
had
look.
good. Yeah, they had good.
I had
Hair
my
yours.
own personal hair drama
Yeah,
because
they hear them.
growing
Yes,
up as a
Mac.
child. Sorry, I said I had my own personal hair drama, lots of it. Because growing up as a child, my hair was always very, very short, really short. My hair was so short, they would plait the hair, the whole of the front and the side would get plait on the back, then just brush it out and leave it. Can't catch the plait. Couldn't plait period. So I got teased a lot in school because the back of my hair was soles and the rest of it plait. Because there was nothing in the back to plait. On top of that, they brush it with fab and then put coconut oil in it. So of course, those were not things to make your hair grow. So it just got worse instead of better.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, and then it was always very natty. When you use fab wash, you make your hair coarse and natty. So there come the dinner fork or the eating fork. when my grandmother done cook dinner, when done cook dinner and she gone in our house, I gone over and chat. You get the eating fork, wash it. We just don't eat it. We wash off the eating fork and the fire coat and the fire where them cook.
Yes.
I took that fork and I start to press my hair, try to straighten and make it get longer because of course it's short and dry.
It gets shorter because the fork dig out the ear.
When my granny come, I can't finish pressing, so some parts straight and some parts not straight because it can't done first. You have to stop, you have to hide and do it.
We can't this morning.
And of course, another thing too, we get a whole heap of beating if you burn up the fork because back then we never had a lot of forks. So when one go missing or one get black up, it's noticeable.
Lord
If you burn a fork, I press me here. All in the name of looking good and trying to have length.
Well, we wanted a look.
Sometimes the hair come out on the fork.
Yes. Because you want to make sure it's real antenna. So you know,
yes.
Straight,
when you push it in there, you see somebody here come out on the fork.
Yes.
Yes.
And then some part, most times you can't get to press the whole ear. So some parts straight. That's what they granny. So
and then the fork wasn't made for that purpose.
No.
So because remember now the pressing comb, the pressing comb is created that you glide it along. The fork now, all you have to do, you put it in and it just comes.
You just dry it out, yes.
You just dry it out.
But
oh my gosh.
We came up with that fork idea, but we used to do it.
So Bibs, is a pride feel no pain.
Absolutely not.
But I have gone. So I've had my experiences of the perm. So I had gone to a hairdresser one time, well-known hairdresser, and it's the not the Jeffries for sure. It is the Revlon. So she used up the Revlon and she put it in there. I don't know what gave them the idea that they need to let you sit with the cream in your ear, claiming it a soak. It don't need to soak. What you're soaking is chemical. So she put me there. Not only did she put me to soak, put it to me to sit for it to soak, but then she put the plastic back.
Jesus.
So me a cook pretty much.
Yes.
And me sit down there, and the something start burn me, But me say, all right, let me sit down a little more. And it start burn me. So me take up, you ever, well, those of you have had the experience that when you lift off the plastic bag off of your head, it started to cook.
Yes.
You actually feel it's like your scalp start to vibrate.
Yes.
Because the air now is catching it, right?
Yes.
Filter through. Me mean to say this something start burn me till one night time me take my finger a little bit and pull because right here so on my head just start to pound. So me pull the hair and me swear say the hair a lift off.
Jesus.
Yeah, lift off of your scalp.
Me swear the hair and lift up. So me had to call her and say no, me not go home with no pitchy patchy head.
Go watch your
myself verbatim. I don't want a pitchy patchy head. And she took me to the The time that the hair don't even process properly. Because one, she had applied too much too quickly. So she wasn't
Right.
able to comb it through.
True, yes.
So when she wash it out, all me a look pan a new growth. Nothing do. The top of the hair straight like a what and the root. No do. So
And the root is supposed to be the part that
okay.
will be
So
done faster.
then she said, all right, she go just condition me and what have you. Long story short, me leave there with one kind of puff. You know, the Afro puff.
Don't make me laugh, yeah.
I walked out up there and I went around and told people don't go to her. Me leave with one puff looking something.
So
When
that
me
was
go
a
home,
printer.
me I tell you know what me had to do? Me had to get me sponge, setters at night time and create one something. Create one look by setting it on the sponge fine because I had quite a few sponge rollers and set them there. And then when me put them, take them out now, me kind of use my hand and, lift. So I've had my share of that thing. And there is a good friend we used to share, I shared house with them. And let's call her Monica. And Monica here short, maybe like Jackie, never could have, like it wouldn't grow. One of them here we just couldn't grow. So she started cream and thing. And she went and got her hair done. The woman used Jaffrey's
Jesus.
on that little bit of some hair going on here. So she come back and she wasn't feeling well. And she said, Denise, look, if when we look the hair, just we call it sweat, but not sweat. The section was so badly burnt
Yes.
that
My
it was
gosh.
seeping,
Yeah.
Seeping fluid, yes.
fluid.
Yeah.
So we tried to see if we could dress it. We had some stuff and we put on it. But by then her scalp had gotten exposed
No, not.
to little fly, I guess. So one of the days she said she just feel that section pounding. And of course, Denise is the one to make the great discovery. When they part our here and look, guess what we
Worm.
see? Yes.
Worm.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, because the
Yes.
flies get in there and
Maggot, Maggot started to move around. She had to go Dr. Man quick. I don't know. People can really give you some really sad story.
But there was but you heard about the lady who, I don't know if it was St. Catherine or Kingston, who went to get her hair done, or it must be a kitchen job or something. Put in the Jaffrey's in her hair, put the bag over her head and walk up, must have gone a shop. And she just dropped down.
Oh gee.
Yes.
Yeah, Jaffrey's is really strong.
That was something I think it even came in the newspaper.
Oh, Lord.
And she dropped down because that's strong chemical. If your hair
Yes,
must
also
thick.
chemical, yeah.
So she wanted to do properly, and she gonna walk with plastic in her hot sun in Jamaica. Of course, she didn't make it to finish.
I think that's one of the reasons why today I'm not here, because you know what, ladies, I went after the pressing comb, after the fork pressing, I went to the real pressing comb. And this time I was in high school. Now I was in high school. So in high school you want to measure up to your friends, and you have to go to graduation and there's the banquet and stuff in school. So you have to look good. So of course I used to press my hair and I'd press it myself this time. It might not come out very right, but it press anyway. With a real pressing comb from using my mother's pressing comb. But then I have an uncle who's a Christian. And I'm telling you, it was drama after drama with him. Every time I press my hair, he would say, "You see, I press your hair. You can't stay." And I was living with my grandmother back then. And he never lived in the same house. He have his own house and his own yard. But him think him rule my grandmother rules. So he would look at me and tell me I was in my teenage years because I'm in high school. You can't stay there with no press here. Because once a year pressing, you can't keep it. Because in the house, a set up to sit up no year. You just want it to straight. So when I'm in the yard, it pull up, look in. But it press. And he would give me a hard time every time I press my, he would argue about it, so I can't stay in here because I have press here. Anyway, I was happy to leave home so I couldn't press me here. But then I went from press here to cream or the perm, and I had bouts of burns. I burn here, but it was never extreme at any given time. It was burns, but not extreme burn where the matties and stuff. But I have to remember the burns. Then I when I came to this country, I came here with perm here. I was Jerry curls. No, Jerry curls. I went from perm to Jerry curls. And the Jerry curls was another drama. Jerry curls grew my hair nicely, nice, long, and pretty. And it did well. When I came to this country, I came here with Jerry curls. It was nice and long. I could even comb it up in a ponytail. That's how nice my hair was from the Jerry curls. I think it did best for my hair. The Jerry curls was the thing that did best to my hair. And then I went from Jerry curls to S curl.
We remember all of those.
All those chemical. I went from Jerry curl to S curl. Until I noticed one winter my hair was looking right one winter. It just started coming out in patches. This yes a peel out, yes a pick out, yes a pick out, yes a long, yes a short. And I said, no, so this can't work. I'm telling you. And then I had to cut my hair. My hair would look so bad. I used to tie up my hair when I lived in the Bronx. I lived in Grayson. I used to tie it up in my house. That's how ugly my hair was. I said, no, I can't live like this. So I ended up going to the barber and I started cutting it. And after I cut it down, we still are putting the S curl. I mean, I S curl, I mean, I dye it, I mean, I do all kind of things to it. Hence this look today. This look today.
And you wear it well.
Yes, so I've been wearing my hair like this for years. For ages, I've been wearing it this short. And as I get older, I go shorter. Because as I get older, the sides get thin, the middle get thin, so I have to go shorter and shorter and shorter. So the dramas I've had and seen them all, but thank God I've been wearing this like this, and
you wear it so well.
Thank you, my
So welcome everyone once again, Prof or Prentice Hair Drama. I know as Ricky was talking, let me hop on over because I'm sure I saw Ricky write something here and share it. Let's see. Morning, everybody. Any more story? Wait, Ryan, you don't have no story about your barber. You get Tony C and it go left, right, or what? Something.
High top.
High top. So Sharon said, me have a good grain of hair. So my mother would wash it and oil it up and use newspaper to make rollers and roll it up nice to curly temple curls. Yes.
Yes, and I remember the newspaper thing. I've seen people.
The newspaper. We used to see people do that.
Yes.
So Ricky says some mentioned the drunk crowd draw breaks.
Draw breaks. I did.
I remember getting that too. Does anyone remember the under bed duck?
Under bed duck. That one, you know what that is, man? The drunker draw breaks. We know because we see boys come to school.
Yes.
And the only thing, drunker draw breaks in their head. I create him and then get not like, pow, people lick them in their head all day.
Yeah, it was not nice. Not nice at all. When the guys really came with a bad
haircut.
And they conk you.
Yeah, they conk you. Conk them. Thank you, Ricky. Sharon said, my first perm was when I graduated high school, and it was my mother's helper who did it. My mom sent the perm kit in a barrel. There you go.
Yes.
All right now.
Herman, morning, Herman.
Man, listen to Uno.
Me nah said nothing at all today. Go along, Herman. You come give me some story, I know. She said one time Jaffrey did make me look like Sensei Fold.
What the enemy? Herman, no easy.
Since the full finished. Jesus.
Herman, we know you couldn't help yourself.
Everybody wants to Jaffrey's because Jaffrey's was strong and lasted longer. They think Jaffrey's lasted longer in your year. Who wanted Jaffrey's?
All right. Andrew said the barber in the area. The barber in the area used to call the boys' head and they would be vexed. Of course, everyone would slap them in their head. Gentle Jesus, meek and mild, look upon a little child.
A little child? Yes. Yes.
No, Charles
Mm.
says, one time I went to the hairdresser for the curl and she make the booster get in my ear. It burned me all the way down my neck.
Oh,
No,
Lord
sir.
have mercy.
Oh, Jesus, John could draw a break. I don't lie. Seriously, because sometimes when you see the boys, you wonder, and it's like these barbers, them never say, all right, you have a round head,
yes.
or your head a little high, or you have wide head. Because we head funny. Me have a wide
Different shape.
forehead. Me say me
Yes.
must come out of Arawak family. For me forehead wide. So I used to when I was growing up, I wouldn't catch up my hair in one.
Got too much for it.
Because me just think me
Oh,
forehead
you
out there.
should be forehead.
Yes, and to the point, Ricky, you know that one tooth. Tooth him used to call me forehead.
Yes, but they have this
I used to call
forehead was for everybody who have a big
I
forehead.
forgot that's a nickname one day.
Him have called me forehead for a long time. And it is what is when I went to register to go, when we went to registration down at Verfa High School, I took it upon myself and say I'm going to make Tooth not intimidate me no more. And catch up me here in one, and Sheila Palmer went with me because she was a year ahead of me. And so me put me here in one. And it's a few years back, a friend of mine said, you remember what did make what my model girl name again with her high forehead and slender?
Althea Lang.
Yes. Althea Lang and the US one here too. Where she do
Naomi?
no, not Naomi.
Who?
Not Naomi. Man, her name slipped me. And she had her own show on TV with trying to identify models and blah blah.
Okay.
Oh,
What's your name again?
Tyra.
Yes. Tyra
Banks.
And she don't have a small forehead either.
No.
So I don't worry about it much anymore.
No, because it's something you can't change and do anything about.
All right, so Ryan, you never had no barber. So I used to cut my cousin Wayne here, and did a good job at it. That time there was
jack of all trade.
Yes, we used to cut Wayne here. I used to cut Steve and Philip here. Steve and Philip. That's when I back in Kingston. Used to cut their hair, and it was the Napoleon that was sporting at the time.
Okay.
And me used to get that Napoleon down pat. And I never use his scissors. I didn't know nothing about no electric razor, blah blah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody used to use scissors.
I use, man. When you see me cut with my cousin Wayne here, oh man, good job. So at least
what scissors can mark around, can go around the edges?
No, but somehow those guys have nice soft hair. So I used to know how to get me scissors and go down into the nitty gritty. And when you see it, it's well done.
Yeah.
Line up to the thing. Yes. So Ricky, me don't know how come you couldn't come to me. Maybe with
me don't know what happened.
First time I got married because the Norman cut it. That time I was in college.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in college because I had the press and it wasn't going on right. So one day come night and come look and say, you want me cut the hair and then go back in house for the says and cut me hair, we were in college. And the next day when his mother saw me, his mother looked at me and said, I make you make the boy do your head, so. His mother said, I will make you make the boy do your head, so. Oh my God.
You see, Ricky, no.
Mom was going to say something.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, G.
My second son, he had his father's hair, like curly, dark, curly, thick hair, right? So they were going on a school trip to Denby. And then they used to have the Denby show in Maypen, right? Maypen, Denby, Clarendon. Yes. So I was getting the girls' hair done like the night before. So I was there, man, and I was doing everybody's hair and who going on the trip, and I was creaming and washing and everything. So he looked and saw the girls and their hair straight out and look nice, you know. And then me curl it up, like roll it up with the paper, as him say, and fix up the man to get hairstyle. Him saying what his hair done too. So those days, those days, boys they do hair, you know. So, but anyway, I'm saying one thing here done. Let me say, all right, let me just put a little bit in there. Ladies, I put just a little bit in there, you know. And the hair come out straight, come out long. But black and pretty when we're watching here, black and pretty, man, prettier than for girls, you know. And I say, part the hair now, and swing it over here, so no man, and fix him up, man. Dress him up, man, and we go to Demby. Oh my God, the poor child couldn't enjoy Demby. Every boy, yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Everywhere the poor people walk for the look at something and then still for the whole day at Demby. He was holding on to me, I'm a dress tail, but a big young man, you know. But he was so ashamed. Intimidated. Me said them intimidated, then nearly kill him. He just a dead for the bus ready. but if you see, because he was slim, you know, slim, and I remember I had on a white pants.
Oh,
He didn't wear the normal like khaki. Him dress up now on white pants and in blue shirt, and the man look good. To me, he look good. But when he go down there, they nearly kill him. Yeah, woman. Yeah, girl. When you like that,
on my brother that day.
me say you look at man party here and here black and just carry it to the back so no, but maybe how me did comb it.
Yes.
I'll shocked. I never.
Me say the poor child couldn't enjoy them. Then just every minute he come hold on for me. So me said, what happened? Go and go enjoy yourself. And then him start to tell me how everybody are teasing about in here. So
no, so my brother never did that again.
Never.
You can't introduce it like that to him.
And then my last daughter, she when she was graduating, she had tall hair, but me wanted taller.
How long or tall?
Whatever. She wanted her hair.
Longer.
Yeah. Well, I wanted her hair longer because she was going. It was her graduation. So I pressed the hair. I want to press the hair and thing, man. The hair come out, I part it in two and fix it up nicely. And she got to graduation. By the time she leave my house and to walk to where the school is,
it sweat out.
By the time she reached down there, the hair sweat out. Poof. And then she got her scholarship. I was going to high school. And one of the teachers look at her, the principal, look at her and tell her that the hairstyle, because she wouldn't allow me to put anything in her hair again because she wanted to go natural. So she went natural and her hair was nice. But the principal just take it on herself and say she don't have St. Hilda's hairstyle.
Oh, gee.
What?
She don't have St. Hilda's hairstyle.
Anything out of so?
No.
And she come home and she said, before she do her hair, she don't go back to school. And me say, no, I may have to go up there.
Oh, no.
Go up there and talk to the
Can you imagine?
she in front of it.
Yes.
And Natalie's hair is natural to this day. She has
and
locks,
she would never, and from she was going to high school now, she start just let go the hair and just, come her hair natural and go to school. The lady tell her, say she don't have St. Hilda's hairstyle. So one day she went to school. And when she went to school, the rain was falling. And like the girls who have the nice press hair or cream hair and something like that. The rain started to fall. So she run through the rain and go over to the place, and the other girls, everybody had to go over because the rain caught them there. You see, when they go over there, all the hairstyle they flop.
Because
So,
it went out.
her hair, it
Yes.
stood up.
hers.
So here, Natalie, oh, look my photo here, no smell like wet dog.
Oh, and she was wrong. Mhm.
She was wrong.
She was wrong.
She said
Yeah.
her hair
It
stink.
smells bad.
The
Yes.
girls them hair stink
Because
because of
it
the
pressed
perm,
here
of the
and
perm and the
perm.
press and everything. And her hair just stood out like that. And from that day until today,
Yeah.
Natalie don't put anything in her hair. And her
So-
hair is all the way down the
Oh
back
my
now.
goodness. So,
Yeah.
I grew up in a household of cousins, aunties, uncles, right? Grandparents. So my cousin Tanya, Tanya's hair is like her mom, heavy, thick, nice hair. So Mommy Dell, her mom, my aunt-in-law, would do their hair. So one night, man, it was Christmas Eve. And everybody get house ready and bakings and this and that, curtain I go up and all of that. So Mommy, I do hair. So Mommy did Tanya's hair, but for some reason the perm never seemed to take the hair well enough. So after she do it and it wash out and everything, I mean, Tanya head looks so like
Oh,
A big old afro.
so her brother, my cousin Wayne, whose hair I used to cut. Wayne start to laugh. I said, Tanya, favor Miss Murdy. So
Yeah, Pitney was unforgiving and terrible.
I know. Tell me about it.
and of course, Miss Murdy was a lady in the community. And poor Tanya. Tanya, I mean, to say, it's like nothing never happened to the hair. Tanya hair just big out, so oh my gosh. And we never
But
forget.
people who didn't have afro, that they could hide a soul pick in the hair, and you couldn't see
Yeah.
it.
And you couldn't see
Like
it.
the hair, you couldn't see it. The hair was so
Yeah.
big.
I had
they
a friend in
would
high school
hide.
like that. He had nice hair. He was like mixed with Indian, and his hair was always very big. I'm talking about he and I are same age, and his afro was so thick he could hide a comb in it.
Yes.
But he had nice,
Yes.
hair, kind of little
You know
Indian.
who I used to one of the rat tree and the lady from what's her name again? Pep's grandmother. So one of the sons, not Joe. There was another one.
Well, guess what, ladies? I have meetings on a Saturday, and so I have to close the show. But I think we had a good run with this one this morning.
You see how quickly, you see
Five
how
to
quickly
11.
the time
Go by.
time goes.
But I'm sure everybody had a good laugh this morning.
Oh my gosh.
And
absolutely.
Auntie G, we're so
Yes,
happy
ma'am.
that you came on and gave us your story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And Max and Jackie, as we can see, Jen wasn't able to join. But
Yeah.
and those of you who are wondering if you joined us late, Sharon's was unavoidably absent this morning, and so is Jennifer. But certainly, we all bring our uniqueness to this platform, each and every one of us here. And you, our viewing audience, I tell you, we thank you for participating. Ricky, I'm so glad you found Saturday morning runnings, because I tell you,
I
you
know.
come and you just drop it here with us.
Drop
The
it
jam-
like
Yeah,
this,
Ricky
man.
just fit in.
The drunk or draw breaks are happening. That one not leaving us today. And Mom, where Jackie here name again? Jack, what the boys use? What
Rat
the-
titty.
Rat titty.
Rat
Rat
titty.
titty.
So we're walking away with the drunk or draw breaks and rat titty this morning. So we want to say thanks to everyone for tuning in, and I'm so looking forward to next Saturday when we can do this all over again. And ladies, if you know of anyone who kind of have the same vibe, who we can invite as a guest, because
Right.
it's our show, we are the hosts, right?
Yeah.
But if you know anybody who have that kind of vibe like us, because nobody else can come here if you're not going just gel with us
Yeah.
and bring that comedic side.
You can't come so.
No, you can't just
Can't come so, no,
You
sir.
can't just come so. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
But-
I don't know what your topic is. Excuse me, Lady D. But next Saturday, I hope, God's willing, it will be my last Saturday.
Yes.
So I will still do it with Jackie next week.
All right, looking forward.
Wonderful.
And usually
Yes.
we brainstorm during the week what we want to talk about.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So no matter what it is, Mom.
I was saying to Jackie, why if you have done the dopey stories already, because like the dopey stories.
We didn't do Duppy stories, but they were mentioned based on whatever, but not as a show. So we could, when I brought daylight, we can do it.
Nobody now go afraid.
No, nobody now go afraid. Yes. So I would like to say thanks to everyone. It has been a good run. Saturday morning runnings each and every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Inside of the Zone with Lady D. And good things are happening. I'm featuring Child Month this month. And I had a brilliant 13-year-old this past Thursday on the show. And I'll be having, yes, and I'm looking forward to doing that on radio broadcast. And those of you, hey, Bibsy, you're here now. You're here, the one, Bibs. This was my hairdresser who burned me every time. She says, nobody have to go outside to bathe after dopey stories. That is true. Right. So looking forward to seeing everybody next week, Saturday morning. But don't forget to tune in on Monday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for the show Inside the Zone's Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. It has been good. We love it. We love it. Blessings, everybody. Love, love. Take it easy, Jack, Max, and Mama G.
Yes, I'm back to school next week.
Oh, you're back to school next week, Jack?
Yes.
Well, you go and study up there because me won't come sit down in our audience and say, me know her, I'm your friend.
You see, your time flies almost a year already.
It's almost a year already.
I know. Tell me about time that's going fast.
Yes. So blessings, everybody. Love, love.
All right, blessings.
All right, take care, everybody. Love you all.
Okay, Mama G.
Bye.
All right.